What Cameron's going to do here is to use the band to self-mobilise the hip into flexion, abduction, external rotation, then into extension. So effectively the Faber position with the band. The towel is there for pure comfort on the band, grabbing onto that hip. What's your focus right now, Cam? Breathing, right?
To the floor and breathing.
Which foot's pushing into the floor?
My hand's pushing into the
Oh, your hand is. Why do you do that?
just to get a little bit more core activation.
Oh, nice. So the core activation the camera's using actually gives him a facilitation of the connection between his rib cage and his pelvis. So that assists to create the right pelvis position so the hip can glide in the socket. There's another reason. If you activate the core, you give the prime movers permission to stop behaving as stabilizers, and you give them permission to behave as mobilizers. So by pushing into his right hand, he creates an extension pattern, and extension leads to reflex stabilization. The other element is Cam tries to keep a right knee, which is straight, and also his heel. His right heel is pushed towards the wall, to the right of screen, and that creates a hip extension. So he gets hip extension and core activation, which strengthens the pelvic position. And the band itself is providing a traction from the proximal part of the body towards the distal part of the body. If Cam wanted to release the pressure on that, he could take his right leg into some abduction. He could also take the left knee out of the extreme knee flexion. So that quadricep on Cam's left side would be under more tension if that foot was lower. And if it was under more tension, it can provide more compression to the hip joint, which can lessen the mobilisation effect. So Cam also, if he raised his right leg, that releases the pressure on the band, that gives him a little bit of relief, because it can be an extreme mobilising tool and drill. Nice one, good Cam. Show us that left foot down again. So if he puts his foot lower, he's got more quadricep tension, and the rectus femoris with its attachment at the front of the hip joint becomes tighter, and that compresses the hip joint a bit more, which is not necessarily what we're liking, but it is a joint position that can be challenging, and we can traction in a challenging position. Good work by you, Cameron. Give us a thumbs up, mate. It's a thumbs down according to the camera's view.
Thumbs up for me.
Camera's now going to show us the Faber position of that left hip. That's one side. Show me the other side. You can clearly see he has more difficulty getting into the position. You've seen that right one. Show us the left one again. Yeah, just that, when he grabs hold with that right hand, it just locks into a externally rotated position much easier, and he's really got to work hard to get that ankle on that side. Great job, Cameron. You're brutal. You're brutal. So now that we've seen Cameron's right side, the difficulty that he has with the position, he's going to go ahead and mobilise. He's going to do exactly the same thing. He's going to work the different positions. We'll cut and edit this out and go straight to his post-treatment result. All right, Cameron, let's have a look at that right hip now. We've seen the befores. It just gives up its resistance much easier, doesn't it? And the left side's held as well. Nice job.
You are.
Wow.
That's true.